Okay, got you.
Okay, and you're there?
Yeah.
He's social distanced out in the hall.
We social distance in there.
Is Dan not coming in?
Oh, there he is.
We'll call our March 19th meeting of the Cookeville City Council to order. Could we have a roll call, please?
Councilman Walbert. Here. Councilman Miller.
Here.
Mayor Shelton.
Here.
Vice Mayor Booth.
Here.
Councilman Walker.
Here.
All present.
At this time, I'd like to invite those that wish to do so to stand for the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States flag. Lord, thank you for this day and for all your blessings. Lord, pray that your blessings upon our community. Pray that you would continue to be with the victims and survivors of our horrific tornado, and pray that you continue to bring them the necessities and the things that they need to get through this, Lord. Pray now that for not only our city and our county and our state and our country with the other things that are happening with the COVID. Lord, just pray your blessings on that, and pray that you would guide us and do all your work. In your name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 3, consider approval of agenda as presented. Are there any changes? No changes. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All vote?
Aye.
Oh, aye. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm just agreeing the whole time. Under old business, 5A, consider approval of minutes of council meeting held on March 5th and 12th, 2020. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All vote. All in affirmative say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Motion passes. Under consent agenda, 6A, consider awarding bid for lawn care services for Animal Shelter and Highland Park Median, Public Works Department. Greg? Oh, I'm sorry. Consent agenda. My bad. 6B, consider awarding bid for lawn care services to the Water Quality Control Department. Is there a motion on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second? Motion is second. Any discussion? All those in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Under new business, 7A, consider accepting a grant for $25,000 from Petco Foundation for the Cookeville Putnam County Animal Shelter with no matching funds requirement. Ms. Emmel.
Mayor and council members, the Petco Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization committed to the welfare of animals. The foundation has awarded the Cookeville Putnam County Animal Shelter a grant in the amount of $35,000. The funds will be used to expand and improve housing for small dogs, puppies, and cats in our shelter. The grant has no matching requirements, and if approved, a celebration announcement event will be scheduled at Petco in the future. And I would recommend you approve accepting this grant.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
7B, consider authorizing the city manager enter into an engineering contract amendment number 2 for Little Creek Pump Station Design Project for Water Quality Control Department. Ronnie Kelly.
Mayor and council, we're into the design phase of Little Creek, replacing Little Creek Pump Station, part of the force main, coming up in the purple line is I can't remember where the, here it is. Yeah, it doesn't show up. But, so we're in that, we were going up following behind the purple line, and we got into looking at cost of construction and so forth. And we decided we need to get it up by the road. It'll be easier access and cheaper to construct. So we've instructed the engineer to modify the design, and that engineering amendment would be for $42,800, which would be an amendment to the original, and would make the total contract not to exceed $293,232, and recommend approval.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 7C, consider authorizing the city manager to execute final balance change order number 1, 2018 sewer project. Ronnie Kelly.
Mayor and council, this is council awarded the construction contract to Lane Inliner LLC on September 21st, 2017 in the amount of $815,445.74. This change order will reduce that total contract amount by $34,364.54. The final contract cost, therefore, will be $781,081.20. The final balance and change order also increased the contract days by 263 days. I would recommend approval.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion is second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. 7D, consider approval to purchase replacement camera equipment and installation for the water plant intake utilizing the Bedford County Board of Education contract with Systems Integration Incorporated. Ronnie Kelly.
Mayor and council, we have down at the water intake, we've got a sort of a system of cameras there that were put in the 2008-9 project. And then since then, we've replaced everything at the water plant and the wastewater plant with a separate system. We've replaced plug and play some of the cameras at the intake, but we can't get those now. And to replace that pod down there, we want to keep it integrated with what we have at both places that work well. Bedford County had a bid with systems integration. They did Tennessee Tech's. I think they did UT Knoxville's, Murfreesboro's. We've used them at the water plant and the wastewater plant. It's great systems. So we want to purchase those 8 camera replacements at the intake structure from that bid and would recommend approval.
Thank you. Is there a motion? Motion
Second.
and a second. Any comments or questions? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion
Thank you.
passes. 7E, thank you. Consider awarding bid for in-car camera installation for the police department. Chief Evans.
Mayor and council, we solicited bids for the removal and install of our new in-car camera system. Lowest bidder meeting specifications is Nashville Communications at a unit price of $375 per vehicle for a total cost of $22,500. It is a budget item, and I recommend your approval.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. That concludes our agenda portion of the meeting. We have time at the end for people that would like to talk on non-agenda items. Do we have anyone that would like to? Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, please step up and.
I know, I don't want to go first. My name is Tahita Mateen. I work for the Public Affairs Specialist for the USSBA. I just wanted to go ahead and go over some milestones that we hit today. as far as the tornado disaster, we are over $1 million in loans to survivors. And that's, I guess the DRC was open a week, so that's very good for us. We just want to keep encouraging survivors to go ahead and apply before the deadline. Of course, you know, it's businesses of any size that if they had physical damage or working capital, you know, losses, of course. Homeowners and renters, of course. In times of disaster, we can offer assistance to them as well, nonprofit organizations. So if you know a church that, you know, got destroyed, please tell them to go to the Hyder Burks Pavilion or call the 1-800 number. And I think that's it. A lot of questions about COVID. Ricky, I have your email address. I can email you what we have so far in the state of Tennessee, but I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
With the information that I have. But that's all I have. So encourage survivors to keep applying for assistance.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I know the city manager wants to, you want to step to the lectern, sir, and state your name and your
You have
address.
3 minutes. Yep.
By the
Brings
way,
back
by the
memories.
way, the council is practicing social distancing.
Correct.
That's why we are spread out across through here. And I know City Manager Mills will make some comments about the city, and council may have some as well.
Okay, I appreciate that, Mayor. Of course, past few weeks have been very difficult for our community, and it seems like we've gone from, you know, the tragedy of the tornado, and now we're trying to deal with COVID-19. And we've had some calls about what's the city doing to try to address COVID-19. I wanted to list the things that we have done and are considering to do. Based on the President's directive regarding groups of no more than 10 people, we've canceled events at CPAC, closed Cane Creek Recreational Center, and our museums. All parks remain open. We do have the playground closed at Dogwood Park. We'd appreciate if people didn't use that. That has services which we can't keep clean, but we do want to encourage people to get outside. And I want to stress that the City Hall and the city is still open. We are promoting alternate methods for utility payments. We strongly advise those that don't absolutely have to come inside to make a payment that they choose an alternate method of payment, writing a check, using our drop box. You can pay online. We have prohibited all of our employees from out-of-state business travel, and we're requiring that they obtain prior approval before they go out of county for business-related travel. And this is city business-related, not personal travel. We are following the status of the proposed federal funding to determine next steps and potential actions that may be needed by the council. We are receiving and reviewing daily communiques from the Cookeville Regional Medical Center, CDC, and the Health Department relative to the virus, and we're providing updates to the council and to city staff. Assuming that Senate Bill 2897 and House Bill 2815 passes, which would allow electronic meetings by the council, we are preparing to be able to do that in case we have to. We currently have the capability to conference call and live stream our meetings, and we're looking at methods for video conferencing. And we're also evaluating the best course of action to address employee well-being, and in particular if someone gets sick. Tomorrow we will provide our employees with information on the passage of the Families First Coronavirus Response Act, which addresses paid sick leave and expanded FMLA leave. We'll be giving that information out tomorrow. Our primary goal in this trying time is to continue to provide the vital public services required for our citizens. These include police protection, fire protection, water, sewer, electric, gas, garbage pickup, keeping our streets and our parks open. My highest priority is the health and safety and well-being of the over 450 city employees that deliver these services, and many of these employees don't have the option of staying at home. It seems that things are changing and evolving daily with the COVID-19 situation. We recognize that this is a serious situation. We want to ensure our citizens that we will do everything we can to continue to provide the necessary services while at the same time trying to protect our employees. So, the City of Cookeville is open for business.
Very good. Council members, do you have anything you'd like to?
Yeah.
Councilman Waller?
In the past month, we've asked a great deal of our City of Cookeville employees and their efforts related to the tornadic events early this March, and with the threat of the COVID-19 on the horizon, the city does continue to operate and operate well. I would just like to say thank you to all the city employees for doing such a good job and representing our city in such a great way. So that's just, thank you very much.
I definitely want to take a moment as well to recognize the city of Cookeville, the city employees, the city leaders, for how we handled and are still handling the effects from the March 3rd tornadoes, to, again, the COVID-19 pandemic that is ever changing and is scary to people. And it's okay to be scared, and it's okay to be afraid of the unknown, because it is unknown right now. But at the same time, I want people to know that the city of Cookeville, we take this seriously, and we also take the livelihood of our city seriously. And we want people to know to be smart, protect yourself, practice good hygiene, the hand washing, go to your doctor if you need to. If you're sick, please call ahead. Don't go to the ER. But also get out and get your dinner through pickup, get your coffee through drive-through. Go get a gift card to support the local businesses here. We support each other that way, and we've already done it before. I know this has been a trying time, and we'll continue to do it. So thank you to everybody for working and for keeping Cookeville alive.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate thanking the city employees. We've had a extremely difficult month, and you guys have worked really hard for us, so thank you.
Chuck, you want? Step to the lectern, sir.
3 minutes.
Yep. 3
minutes. As the oldest person here, I want to commend the city of Cookeville for its efforts to keep things going. We're all going to be dependent on the city employees for electrical, for sewage, for water, for garbage pickup, for police and fire protection in the days ahead. And the fact that we've got plenty of food in the grocery stores is a great thing. One thing that I would like to ask the community to do, and the grocery stores, I've called all the grocery stores to see if they have hours for seniors. And only one at the moment does. IGA has hours from 7 to 8 in the morning. I talked to Publix, and they said that it was okay to publicize this for Publix, that they will be open from 7 to 8 o'clock on Tuesdays and Wednesdays every week for seniors only. So I think that will give confidence to people, particularly that are more frail, that they can get their food and everything from the grocery stores. People need to socially distance. That means physically distance yourself from everyone. You don't want to have groups of a lot of people. The bad thing is that church services in general are not to be, but we can keep our distance, and we'll get through this, and the city of Cookeville will be here ready and working for every one of us in Cookeville.
Thanks. I would just reiterate, first of all, what the council said about the efforts of every one of our employees and responders, and that includes often left out, the public works folks that cleared the roads and the linemen that redid the power, and of course, obviously, the police and the fire and all the others. A phenomenal job, and it continues. We're all in uncharted waters here of what we're doing, and it's, as Vice Mayor said, it's okay to be scared. We just don't want people to live in fear. And I can tell you there's been multiple conversations of our council, and we're all, trying to find the words and the line to walk of we want our economic viability to continue, and we also want to be safe. And so figure that, and that changes constantly what that is. And so, we have guidelines from the CDC and from the president and the governor and then the health department, and then there's this should you meet, should you not, should you go to a restaurant, should you not, and so part of it has to come down to personal responsibility and common sense, and to do. But as Councilman Womack said, is that distance is, not meeting in large groups, trying to prevent this spread while still doing things for our community and still buying your to-go food and things like that to support. So it is a balance, and it's hard to balance, and it's hard for all of us to know. We all want to say, we all have different opinions maybe in how it's done, but I can tell you there's one singular focus, and that's on the citizens of our city, of making it safe, and of our economy. And so that balance is what, none of us are sure of, and I don't think anybody's sure of that. So it is okay to be scared. I posted this the other day, and we're gonna send a press release out. All of us have a few things to add into that, and it'll come out tomorrow. But we will all get through this together. Don't panic. Be supportive of one another. Wash your hands often. Be kind and considerate always. Be as safe and secure personally and professionally as possible. Your local leaders, that's us and the county and the healthcare, have met and are focused on the issue and work together as we always do to ease the impact as best we can. Please don't overbuy food. There is plenty of food if you just won't buy 3 months worth. Especially cleaning products and necessities. Buy enough for you and your family and leave enough for others, especially our elderly. They need to make sure they have food and don't have to go to 4 stores to find it. And pray for our country and our healthcare workers and our responders and our city workers that we are going to stay open for business. That is not changing. The city is not, under any circumstance, we will still provide services and your water and your electricity and your fire protection and your police protection. So we will get through this together. God bless. Anything else? We're adjourned.